What's the difference between a copper and hormonal IUD? Which kind of birth control causes ectopic pregnancies? And do you have a claim in the Depo lawsuit? Answers to this question and more in today's video. My name's Leslie, and welcome back to my channel. This is where I share my thoughts on life, learning, and the love of Christ. Before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, or share this video. Knowledge is power, so let's help to empower other women with this valuable information today. Today, we continue our conversation on hormonal birth control, specifically birth control with progestin only. For videos on other hormonal birth control, go ahead and I will go ahead and link that here. So, specifically be speaking about the implant, the IUD, and the injection. Starting off with the implant, this is a small match size rod that is placed in the arm and prevents pregnancy for up to 5 years. Now, out of all the risks here, I just want to take a look at ectopic pregnancy. What is that? Well, ectopic pregnancy is when the fertilized egg implants outside of the uterus, normally in the fallopian tube. This requires normally either medication or surgical removal. This is life-threatening to the mother. And so this is something that can happen when using the implant. In addition to the life-threatening situation of an ectopic pregnancy, the implant can also potentially move. It's in your body for 5 years, and should it move, it could also require surgery to get it out. The IUD is a small T-shaped plastic that is placed inside the uterus. This can either be made of copper or it could be hormonal. Now, the dangers of copper in your body are quite a few, so I just want to make sure to read these off of my notes for you. So we are not supposed to consume more than 10 milligrams of copper per day. Kidney failure and death can occur with only 1 gram of copper sulfate. And so symptoms of a copper overdose could include nausea, vomiting, bloody diarrhea, stomach ache, low blood pressure, anemia. The list goes on. Imagine the damage that it could be to have copper in your body for 12 years. If an overdose can cause these kinds of issues, it should make us think twice before putting this in our body for that long period of time. And the hormonal IUD works by releasing the synthetic progesterone. For a deeper understanding at how hormonal birth control works in your body, I will go ahead and link one of my intro videos here for you as well. Now, one of the biggest risks with IUD is perforation. Now, this would require surgery for removal, but the biggest thing with this is that the detection or even late removal of Mirena has actually, in cases of perforation, have actually caused migration to the uterine cavity, a lot of perforations to the intestines, erosion to those areas. It's just quite a bit of stuff that can happen if it moves. And so again, just risks worth considering when thinking before putting this in your system. And last but definitely not least for today, I want to share about the injection, most famously known as the Depo. The risks with Depo include infertility, osteoporosis, but I think the biggest one for me was one that's not even listed on the packaging. Pseudotumor cerebri, literally translated into false brain tumor, is intracranial pressure that increases for no apparent cause. It gives you symptoms that mimic a brain tumor, but there's actually not a tumor there. And this can cause swelling of the optic nerve, could lead to blindness. It may require medications to release some of the pressure in the skull, but in other cases, it could require surgery. This is gotten so big with the Depo that people have come forward in a lawsuit against them. you could still sue them today if you do happen to be on the depot and have these symptoms and are diagnosed with pseudotumor cerebri. So, if you have any doubts about the symptoms that you've been having and you're on this, I highly recommend you talk to your doctor to receive a proper diagnosis. But it should make us think twice about taking this if there is still an open lawsuit with claims that people are still making against this dangerous drug. And as always, what does the Bible say about this? Because we want to make sure that as Christians, we are living according to the way that God has called us to live. And so his first call to us in Genesis 1:28, he said, it says that God blessed them, Adam and Eve, and he said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the animals. And so, to see more on God's view specifically on fertility, I will go ahead and link a video here. But his call was for us to be fruitful. But this hormonal birth control has the risks of making us infertile. He called for us to not destroy his temple, our bodies. But these drugs can put us in life-threatening situations. His call is for us to glorify him with our bodies, but we can't even control what these pharmaceutical drugs do to us. What you put in your body matters to God. His spirit dwells in us. He not only has a say, he deserves it with all that he's given for us. He gave his body for us. We should honor him with ours, especially as it pertains to sex, because he's the one that made that too. And so that's what I have for you guys today. We are just about done wrapping up this birth control series, so I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you haven't had a chance to check out the other videos, I will go ahead and link the playlist here. If you've learned something from this video, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, share this. Just be equipped with all the knowledge to make the best decision for you. As always, test everything I say against the Word and the Spirit. I encourage you to go into a deeper relationship with Christ, and he will reveal himself to you as well as his best for all aspects of your life. Until the next time, I will be praying for you. Take care. Bye.